Rotate your phone, you can't rotate it. All right, so we're going to begin a countdown. Taking a deep breath in. Are you comfortable? All right, so let's use that breath. And I'd like Jesus to show us the breath that we're going to be using. And all of you can also.
And so together, we want to all be in the same breath, all be in the same light. So for this event, I want all of us to be together, experiencing the same vibration. So if we could all breathe in to so I can hear you. Breathe out, hum, so I can hear you. A little louder, so. Once again, and when we breathe out, we're going to do an om, breathing in, so. Everyone together. And as you join us, please allow the top of your head to open so you are aware of the light coming in. Please allow the palm of your hands to open to be receptive of light and vibration. Please allow your feet to open to let any excess energy exit through. At the end of this, before we leave, we will reseal everything, but we want to open all ways of healing, ways of receiving. And so we go on this journey together. Blessings.
As we connect to Father, I will be counting from 5 down to 1. With each number, this entity will be connecting deeper and deeper to the best connection he has had. Beginning now with a steady deep breath, 5. Connecting deeper and deeper. 4. Opening that channel wide. 3. Feeling it coming through. 2. And 1. Good afternoon.
Hello, Alba.
Hello, Father.
Hello, wonderful daughter of mine. I see you have brought many with you.
Yes, a party.
Welcome, every single one of you. How wonderful it is to see you today. Through Metatron today, I've seen many of you as it's been walking around, talking to one another, challenging one another, triggering one another. It's wonderful to see. What amazes me is the love of light that you have inside of you, and how much of that you share with one another, and how beautiful it is.
Sound effects, sorry.
That's the second time today.
We had one of those before.
Yes.
It's wonderful to see you all connecting with one another, being a part of one another. It's very interesting to see so many of you connecting to people you don't even know, who are not of your family, who are not of the family that you've been born into. Does that amaze you? Does it frighten you? Do you understand? Have I not said this before? You are all one. You are all one. You all came from the same place. Many of you have forgotten. Today, with Metatron, we will meld our energies and we will give you love and light like you have never felt it before. Open your heart. Open your heart to me. And remember what it's like to feel my love for you. Many of you have forgotten. It's time for you to remember. This is a gift for so many of you to be here. Well done for each and every one of you to be here, to experience this. I have two purposes today. Many of you have been gathered here today because some of you are part of Metatron's soul family. You don't remember, he has gathered you here. Specifics. And the reason he's gathered you here is because there is more work to be done, and you are to be a part of that as soon as you will be discovered through your higher self. Let's bring up the energy a little bit more, shall we? Better. We have Carol here, who obviously channels Yeshua. You already know the Son of God. You're very familiar with the Son of God. Many of you spent a lot of time with Yeshua. Hold him in your hearts, and I can see that. But now it's time for you to understand that God has family, an extended family. There is more for you to know. So today, it is right and it's proper that Yeshua is here with me to announce to you that Shekinah, who is the eldest born daughter of God, is also here. How honored are you to be here today? Shekinah is Beth. She and Metatron have spent much time throughout every universe interweaving their energies. They have spent much time together, and they will spend some time in this world too. They have much to do. This needs to be told to you in small pieces, small bite-sized pieces. I have explained this to you before. It's very difficult for many of you. Many of you still talk about Jesus, Bible. They still talk about how that is still very prominent in your life, how you still live your life by it. It is time to change, children. It is time to become more, time to become what you are really meant to be. And the only way this is going to happen is for you to challenge yourselves. Step out your comfort zone. Understand that God too has a family. You are his children. Yes, that is correct. But he also has family too. Which is what we're here to tell you. Small, bite-sized pieces. It's time for you to assimilate this information. That is the first bit of my news. And it's a very important part of the news that I need to tell you today. Many of you will take this information away and share it through your light as it needs to be so. The second part, which I want to discuss with you today, is another reality that you have all created. Humanity as a consciousness has created another reality. And as I'm about to tell you, it will all become real to you. You have created what Metatron likes to call 5D space. Gaia, she loves you so much, so much, so much so that she has decided to share her consciousness, split her consciousness into a 5D Earth. This 5D Earth is different to the Gaian Earth that you know. The Gaia Earth that's been talked about The Gaia Earth that has been talked about is about being one with nature. It's about learning to live with nature, creating with nature. You will create together. You will live in huts and houses and tree houses. There will be a lot of trees, a lot of greenery. You will create together. But what you don't know is that humanity, that's you, I am talking about you, have created another experience that many of you want to experience. And this is 5D space. This planet is blue, and it has technology, but not technology in the way that you know it here. You call it 0-point technology. And then there's this question, why would we need technology in 5D? I don't know, children. You chose it. I have no judgment, one way or another. You choose the experience, we just create it for you. The angelics are here to balance out the light and the dark. That has been done. Many of you know this, that there was too much darkness on this planet, and now that's been balanced out by the angelics being here, and they honor you by being here. Do you see? Can you see how much you are loved? Can you see that they have come from the heavens to be with you, to walk with you, to share with you, to be at one with you, so you can ascend? How wonderful is that? 5D space is something you've all created. And if you wish, you can jump between the two. So you could do 5D space and you could do Gaia, whichever you wanted to experience. Many of you have been wanting this. 5D space is where a lot of your ET families, aliens you call them, ETs you call them, they are your star family. Many of you know this. Many of you are coming to the realization of this. Many of you are just accepting this. It is just another part of who you really are. And you will be co-creating together. How magnificent would that be? How would you like to co-create with a Palladian, with an Octarian, with a Lyran? Maybe even a reptilian. I see many of you pulling back on that. Open your heart. Understand the difference between light and dark. There's a contrast. Many of you have chosen light. But in order to have the light, you must also know the dark. And the darkness needs to be here. Understand that, children. So, so important. Do not hate the darkness. Do not defend the darkness. Do not run from the darkness. Accept that it must be a part of the whole. Do you understand? 5D space is an experience that you've all created. It's something that you want, and something that's already there. What happens there is still not decided yet. It's still not decided. Metatron has seen dome-shaped structures, and also what looks like an escalator, but called a travelator. Interesting how you choose. Things have not been set yet, but now you know the information. You can choose, right? You still not sure? It's been chosen. Corey. Corey is Mother Mary. And I know, and I feel it. Many of you around the world are saying, no, I'm Mother Mary. No, I'm Mother Mary. No, I'm Mother Mary. How can this be? Children, you place too much significance on being the one. You are the one. Why would one fractal be any more important than another, any more significant than another? Why would that be the case? It is not the case. You are all one. Imagine, for 1 minute, if all the Mary fractals on your planet got together in this room. Can you imagine? Can you imagine for 1 moment, what would it be like? How would that feel? What would happen to you? Wouldn't that be wonderful? There are many angels here, many fractals angel here. It does not matter which angel you are. Be honored, be privileged to be able to hold that level of light. Do you think it's easy to hold that level of light? Do you think anyone can hold that level of light? Of course not. It's not possible. You have been chosen. Be honored. You have been chosen. Use your fractal well for the good of humanity, because that's what you're here to do. Never forget that.
Do we have any of those angels here today?
Yes, we do.
Who are those angels?
Beth is Shekinah. She is the eldest born daughter of mine. Just like you know Jesus, this is Beth. It's important. They have many abilities, many that are about to come online. Share your energy with them, connect with them. Then we have Mother Mary. Corey is here too. I see you, Corey, both of you hiding in the shadows. There's no time for that anymore. It's time for you to come out. How many of you are holding in the shadows? I see you. Don't think I don't know. It's time to own your abilities. Own who you are. Come into your sovereignty. Remember the fractal of God that you actually are. Beth and Corey, you're right. You are part of the 7 sisters. You are 2 of the 7. Find the other 5. It will accelerate your abilities. It will accelerate what you know, what you can teach, what you can be. It's important. Each one of you have been given a jigsaw puzzle. Bring it to the table. Don't just stand there with it. Bring it to the table. Put your place, put your piece in, and we'll give you another. Put that piece in, we will give you another and another. I have said this before, that there will be not just one person, one soul, who will be the Saviour, which is what you're looking for. There will be no Saviour. You are all the Saviours. You must all stand together as one, do this together as one, love together as one. Many of you are already practicing this. I feel it. I'm so proud of all of you. You're all doing so well. The female energy is always doing so well here. I am pleased to report that the male energy has also stepped up their game. Yes, I think it's very important. It's wonderful to see through Metatron today. Many males have turned up to this session. I honour you. Thank you for coming. Thank you for being outside your comfort zone. Thank you for being here. Spread the message. We need more. When we did the session last time, the percentage rate was 11. Now, the percentage rate fluctuates between 22 and 27. I'm so proud. Male energy, you're doing so well. There is much more to do. Fear. I sense fear. Much of it in you. There is no need to be fearful, children. Did you forget you were immortal? Did you forget that you live forever? Did you forget that souls cannot be destroyed? That privilege, and not used very often, is only resided with the gods. And do you think we create to destroy? Do you think that's what we do? What does your heart tell you? Creation's creation, no matter what form it comes in. There are many of you understanding that now you are meeting your soul family. And these are not the families that you've been born into. These are families that are external to you. People that live thousands of miles away from you. And you have this connection with them. You don't understand. It's like, I have this connection, but I shouldn't have this connection. It's not my brother, sister, mother, father, wife, husband. It's none of those things. But you have this connection. Connect, as you have done today. And then you realise you've always known this person. This soul has been around with you for eons, more time than you can count. Accept it, embrace it, see where it takes you. Don't be closed-minded with this. Open your heart. Think from the heart. Have you heard that before? Think from the heart. Don't use your rational brains. Don't use your 3D brains. Logic, reasoning does not work well in the spiritual realm. Use your heart. Open your heart. Feel it. Use it. Express what you're feeling. Show what you're feeling. Don't be afraid. That is my information for today.
Thank you very much. Does Jesus have a message for us today?
Actually, would one of you like to speak?
Yeah, sure.
It's like Yeshua. Yeshua.
Mm-hmm.
To Yeshua or?
Yeshua's here. Yeshua's here because Shekinah is here. It's right and proper. Brother introduces sister. Father introduces daughter. Is that not right? Is that not proper?
You are very gracious and very loved. And so we bring the family together
Yes.
with much love
Mm.
and much light.
Mm.
And so our light grows,
Mm.
and so our light expands.
Mm.
Which each one of us that walks into the light and claims our light.
Yes. It is time for you to, Shekinah, Mother Mary, it's time. What are you waiting for? You are supported, very supported, more supported than you can imagine. Your brother here is here, your father is here. With love, nothing but love.
Would the mother or the sister, like a sister of God, like to speak?
Not at this time.
Okay. Very good. What call?
It's
Very good.
important that they were introduced to the world. It's important that they're known now. This will change your consciousness. This will change you. This was why it was designed. It was set for this moment in time. Everything has divine timing. There is no right or wrong timing. It is exactly meant to happen as it's meant to happen. Surely you know this by now. Many of you enlightened beings here with me today. Oh, Metatron would just like to say he misses Yeshua. They spend much time in the Meadowlands, walking. Yeshua's favourite thing is always to say, walk with me. Metatron is also the same. Walk with me. There is much that can be done through walking. You can walk, talk. Much can be revealed this way. How about walking in nature? How about adding that to the paradigm? Metatron loves it much. So does Yeshua. They spend a lot of time in the Meadowlands. The Meadowlands is a place between earth and heaven. It allows you to adjust your energy. It allows you to be more fixed, I suppose. Sometimes being here on planet Earth kind of hurts the soul. It can damage the soul a little. Remember, you cannot be destroyed. You're immortal, okay? But you can be bruised a little. The Meadowlands is a place where we fix you. We fix your soul so you can ascend to heaven. All that vibration in one go will be too much. Metatron knows this well.
Do you have any messages for anyone else here in this room?
Just love. Metatron has spent some time. I will see your experiences through his eyes. This is our agreement. Metatron's agreement with you is that he ascends with you, not instead of you. We have said this before, and we will continue to say it till you understand. You have many ascended masters here. Many. Pamela Rylan, Teal Swan, David Icke, Alba, Geraldine. You have many. If you need information, use it. That's what it's there for. But it's also a time for you to look within yourself, to seek out your own moral compass, your own spiritual guidance. Many of you have forgotten that. Many of you are still seeking outside of you for reassurance, for confirmation, for significance, when you should be looking inside of you. The answers are already there. And today, this morning, with Metatron, he was walking round to each group, and he could see how wonderful, how magnificent each and every one of you are. All of you willing to help. Do you understand what a gift that is? Willing to help one another. Does that sound like 5D to you? Maybe? 5D it is. Many of you are learning this now. Many are learning to change your diets. Be careful about what you put into your mouth. It feeds your body, and that in turn feeds your soul. It either increases your vibration or decreases your vibration, depending on your vibration. Do you understand? If you're a high angelic vibration, it probably would not affect you as much. But if you're not, then it would. So be mindful. I've seen many today wanting to help, support, the advice, some channeling's going on. How wonderful is that to see? You must continue. You must not stop. You're on a one-way mission now. Are you ready? You don't seem very sure. Are we ready?
Yes.
Better. I like the fact that you're sovereign in that. Remember how much I love you. Open your heart today. We are putting out a lot of energy. Metatron is feeling much of it. You should be feeling a lot of my love for you today. Many of you have forgotten what it's like to be with me. Have you forgotten? Did you forget what it's like to feel this love? What it's like to be with me? I have not forgotten you, but you may have forgotten me. So through Metatron, we're going to remind you of this love. That is his purpose, to be the beacon of light, which he still is. That has not changed. And to remind you of my love for you. If you connect to me directly, you will feel it. Many of you still need outside confirmation. Do you see? It's not necessary. Connect. But Metatron will do this for you. Many of the angelics need to come forward. It is time. It's time for you to connect with your family. Many of you are hiding in the shadows. Many of you are reluctant to come forward. Many of you are afraid and in fear. But of what? Are you not angelic? Did you also forget? Come forward. Be part of the family. This is the next stage in your ascension. Your families, your soul families are all getting together. You're all grouping together, just like this group here today. You're grouping and you're creating as one. How many of you want to create healing hubs, retreats? I see all of this. Meditation sessions, healing sessions. Light language. It's wonderful to see. Listen, stop. Don't be afraid. I am here with you, as are all the angelics. Every step of the way, we do this as one. There is some information that's been revealed to Metatron. It is something we can't discuss today. You are not ready for the information. There has been much revealed to him. And he still disbelieves. He still needs outside confirmation. Is that familiar? Even to let you know the angelics require outside confirmation. The information will be given to you in bite-sized pieces. It cannot be given to you in one go. Yes, I hear what you're saying. We want the information. We'll be fine with it. I am ready. And then when I discuss things with Metatron, and we have like a brotherly connection, many of you recoil and go, God, has a connection with Metatron? And they discuss, how can that be? For you are God. For you are omnipresent, always, everywhere. This is the family of God. And we are going to reveal it to you bit by bit. Too much information is not always a good thing. It needs to be revealed to you in small pieces. You're not ready for it yet, but you will be. But you will be. Many of you are using your chakras, activating your kundalini and sharing it. It's wonderful. With each and every one of you being here today, I will share, and I'm sharing my love and light with you. And you will go forth out today, and every person that you come across, you will share that with them too today. You will uplift their day, not realizing why they feel good. You can all do this for one another. I think the morning session showed you this. There are some of you going to be triggered through this. Understand that many of you are stubborn. Metatron is no different. He's the same. He's stubborn. And you're being triggered because you're complacent with where you are, and you need to be poked, and you need to be prodded, and you need to be told. And it's like, why are you telling me this? This is not love and light. Metatron understands this concept well. He does not like it but he understands it well. That enlightenment does not only come from light, but it comes from dark. There's a contrast between the two. And he will do whatever it takes necessary to help you on your way. Because he loves you as I love you. Do you see? Do you see? Many of you are now considering 5D space. I see. Good. It's another experience we created for you. Gaia loves you so much so that even that as this planet is being destroyed, she creates others for you. Isn't that beautiful? See, she has not forgotten you. But maybe you have forgotten her.
Is there any other message that you would like to say at this time?
Oh, but the work you're doing is wonderful. I see you doing it. This gathering here is a perfect example of what more is this come. We see you, Alba. We see you. We see each and every one of you.
Thank you.
Remember, children, how much I love you.
And as you disconnect from Metatron, I'd like for Jesus to remind him of what to do as he comes back to his body.
As you come back, I would like you to release all vibrations, allowing your family and the Ascended Masters to release all energy into Mother Gaia so she may in gratitude accept, transform, and create energy, letting it flow down through your head, through your arms, feeling the love of your family around you, down through your knees. Allow your bottom of your feet and feet to open up, releasing all energy, releasing all high vibrations into Mother Earth, so that she may drink and heal and transform all energy. And so for this, Mother Earth thanks you, and she sends you much love and kisses, and so it is.
Sleeping intense.
How do you feel? Was it different this time?
The connection was, it was strong. It was strong, but yeah, it was just intense. It's always intense.
Mm-hmm. We ended it differently with you sending that energy down to Gaia.
Yeah,
How did that help you?
it didn't. I just felt all energy come from me, go down into Gaia, and
Okay.
She took
Okay.
it. Yeah.
So it did work.
Yes.
So can you use that now in the future
Yes.
to release that energy so that
Do I
you're...
have to?
You just like to bask in the popping of the vibrations in you?
Father's energy is very familiar to me, but it's not very familiar to you. So that's why it's channeled in this way. So it's the reminder of you for when you were created, each and every one of you. And it's a reminder for each and every one of you to remember his love, to remember what that's like. Many of you have forgotten. Yes? Remember. It's so important for you to remember. This is the way you were created. Earth is a school for gods. If you want to become a god, you come here. This is where you come. Yes? But it's not easy, right? Because sometimes life is crap, isn't it? Yeah? Like you get pushed, you get pulled, and you're like, why me? Why do I have to do this? Why do I have to work? God damn it. Yes? But it's all part of your learning curve. It's all part of becoming more of who you should be. Becoming more of what you want to be, what you've always been, but forgotten. You're remembering. That's all this is for. You are remembering. Yes? Did you feel his love? Yes. How did that feel?
So
Oh. Good. How about you guys at the back? Did you feel it? Did you feel nothing?
It's amazing.
Good.
Thank you so much.
Good.
And I'd like to ask now, Carol, now that you were doing this, how did that feel to be a part of a group rather than, if you can get up a little bit more so we can see you.
Hi.
We got snuck in while you were.
Look at that, all these people like snuck in. Didn't think you were by yourself. So
Okay, I didn't know that. That was a surprise.
the whole family was here.
Good, as it should be.
So Carol,
Don't go anywhere. Come, Joe. Don't go. Come. We like it when we're together. Come. Come, let us be together. Come.
So kind, seriously.
I felt very comfortable. I felt very connected. I felt like I already knew you.
right, totally.
Really?
Yes, I called her Isis Eyes. I already had a nickname for her from when we practiced transformation of energy and love and light together. And I already feel like I knew these wonderful beacons of light. And I felt like I knew Alba when I met her. So I was like, oh, I know you. But I don't know if Geraldine, when you were transmitting the energy, how you felt when.
Big time. So for me, what I sensed coming to this event was that we were going to do a major grid work healing here. And so each one of you that are here are holding a strain of DNA that is massive. But you don't know this, but this connection that's here, this combination of beings, of lineages that are here specifically, are so interconnected to masses of people. So it is not coincidence at all that you guys are here. Your family lineages that are here, each one of you is a representative for that lineage.
Yes.
And so right now it's like we have the entire globe meeting in this planet. And my job coming here today is to utilize the energy that's coming in through him and putting it into the earth and surrounding the planet with that energy, as well as assisting healing, for example, with any kind of, additional healing that we need here, for example, directing that energy to the crowd, whoever requires that healing. So some of you may feel it now, some of you don't feel it now, but you will be feeling it, and it's going to show up, mirroring in your lives and how you start to interact with people around you. And of course the water, which picks up, this is a system that takes up any frequency that is around it. It's vibrating at this vibration. I mean, a massive light that we just created here in this grid work. So when you guys return back to your states, you guys are going to continue that work there, as long as you're holding that vibration that we just did, today.
Who would have known, right? So, continuing, Carol.
Okay, well, let's go ahead, since we've opened
Yeah.
everything up.
Yeah.
Go ahead and just envision as the light comes in, and you're all going to allow love and light to still come in, but I want everyone just to envision purple sealing on their head so that we begin to seal and not be open, because this world is not always kind and gentle. And on your hands, go ahead and see a purple light covering, sealing, and protecting you. because what you touch and interact with may not always be the highest and best. And hold this love and light that was within you today and carry it forward. And then go ahead and extend down to your feet and allow that purple light to cover, heal, and contain the love and light, because you may not always walk where it is comfortable and good. But allow your experience today to stay within you, to grow, to expand, and allow the light that we have placed on you to not be a barrier, but just to be a protection. Like Abel talks about that love light within you, of just expanding that forward as protection, expanding that forward, expanding down to the earth and up above. Allow the light that is within you to be part of you, expand, and always be a protection for you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. So I'd like to thank all of you, the whole family up here. And I'd like to thank all of you for participating in this
You're all
wonderful
out. I'm not
event.
doing this by myself, you know. Jesus. Yeshua knows it.
Jesus,
Do you want to go for a walk?
that's right. So, are you disconnected now?
He's just hanging out right here.
Yeah, explain to them how that works.
Jesus has always been around me since I was little, I guess, because I'm like Alba, I'm like, this is not always the most pleasant of planets. And so I really felt like, I'll come, but as long as you're there with me, you know, and even when I was little, I would talk to Jesus, just like he was there, which obviously he was. And as I got older, I would talk more and more, and just do a quick story so you understand. When I was very young in elementary school, I had misplaced a black cat in the middle of the snow. And I felt horrible because I feel a very strong kinship toward animals. And I didn't realize that cat was out, and I was out in Michigan. So I roamed the fields, and I sat down on a stone. And I was like, oh, dear Lord, I am so sorry. I did not take care of this animal. And I'm on a stone, surrounded by white snow. And I'm praying to Jesus, and I said, I am so sorry. Please take care of the cat. And I was praying in deep prayer. I opened my eyes, and the black cat was sitting there in the snow. No footprints, no coming, no goings. It was placed in the snow in front of me. And I just said, thank you, thank you. And to this day, I don't know how it happened. You know, I feel very gratitude when he does help me. Like I was literally stuck in an accident. And I'm like, well, Jesus, if you want me to get here, you'll make sure that I can get in this accident that I was stuck in for an hour and a half. And I was meant to be here. But when I do the hypnotism, it's literally like he starts hanging around for a couple days, and I'm like, should I wear that? And he's like, just let it go. Just, you know, it's not about you. Don't worry about what you wear. And I'm like, well, should I eat this? And he's like, you know what? And I've said this, he just wants you to show up. And he really does. He wants you just to show up. So when I start coming in, the arms get numb, my face gets numb. The top of my head sometimes feels very loose. And depending on how strongly he comes in, I can literally feel like I'm just like a piece of gummy bear. And I'm just like, there's nothing there but just, oh. And then when I went to see Alba, I literally felt like his face was overimposed mine, and I was like shorter. And I literally felt like he was like superimposing, so I would feel more familiar with his body structure. And so when he comes in and speaks, and I'm sure you feel the same way, they don't just leave. They kind of step out and they hang around. And when Alba and I talked, he's like, well, make sure everybody has water. And it would be really nice if you guys could all, you know, channel energy to Gaia, because she would really appreciate that. And make sure you open everyone up and then reseal it. And he was just like talking, you
Like
know.
a teacher.
Yeah, he was just talking like a teacher. And that's really, to me, Jesus isn't a psychic. He's just a teacher. This is what would be better for you. This would be a good step to take. This would be a little more balanced for you. And so when he's there, will be there, but he literally doesn't just leave. Like, God doesn't just leave us. He's literally still around. I mean, I can still feel him around, you know? And so even though they're not within us and vibrating within us, and I'm sure Geraldine has felt this too. They're not in us, vibrating in us, they are still around us, affecting us, and giving us helpful suggestions about.
Yeah, and your energy stays. Like Father's energy being with me now will like stay for like 48 hours. If you come and give me a hug, you're gonna feel it a little bit. I'm just warning you.
Which is why he hugged every one of you. Y'all got a hug, right?
So it's like, ooh, I feel so hot at the moment. Like I'm having a hot flush or something else is going on. Yeah? So you're going to feel it a little bit. And that's just so like, yeah, sure, just drop a cat. Here you go, look after it, it's your job. Come on then, get on with it.
Exactly.
It's so like him. Yeah,
Yeah.
so like him. Yes. So go to the Meadowlands in your dream time. Go and walk with him. It's fun. We do this a lot. I have a lot of fun doing that.
Yeah.
It's my place of like, everyone has a sanctuary, yes? A place where they feel they need to go to. You know, I will be okay if I've got this in my life. Yeah? Does that ring? Does that resonate with you? Yeah, so I will be okay as long as I can go to Meadowlands every now and then and go and walk with Yeshua. Everything's okay. Because it's hard being here on 3D Earth. We're not used to it. I had to do a lot of training to get here. As many of you have done that too. So, you know, it's hard being on 3D Earth. But with all of us together and working together and discovering your soul families now, it's like a pretty amazing thing. But don't backtrack from it. Yeah? Don't backtrack. Open your heart. Be forward with it. See where it takes you. It might be a journey. An exciting one at that. Hey, can you imagine that? Maybe going all the way to Australia or somewhere else in America and linking up and being part of that soul family that you always should have been. What are you two laughing at?
And I think what's important too is that you actually are linking up with people, not just on the computer, but physically.
Yes.
It's really important for you to physically connect with other people. And this is what we've done here. This is what's the importance of these gatherings that we're doing, is getting you out of your homes and linking with people to people. Their physical energy, not live streaming
because it's different, right?
It's very different, isn't it?
Yes, it's different, isn't it?
It's very different.
Yeah, so like having the physical contact is you're 3D. But you're 3D. You're human. We want the touch. You want the touch. There's a reason why I hugged every single one of you when you all came into this room. Because I honor you, for every single one of you to be here. It takes much courage to be here. Do you not think it takes much courage? Warriors, light workers, angelics. Does that resonate with any of you?
Don't
Really?
play small. Don't play small. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, we all have a mission here, and we all need to really honor why we're here, not be on the path of I want to get out of here.
Oh, I want to get out.
I'm going with him when he goes.
Yeah, one-way ticket. No, seriously. I'm here for you guys.
There's
I'm
a
here.
reason why we're all here at
Yeah.
this time, and we're all important. We're all puzzle pieces to this,
Yeah.
and we wouldn't be here unless we chose to be here at this
Bring
time.
your puzzle. I'm waiting. Bring it. Yes, bring it. Let's see. All of you light workers, your healers, you know, the ones that want to create the retreats like Father was saying. What are you waiting for? Get on with it. Do it. Yeah, the only one that's stopping you is you.
That's right. That's right.
It's you.
Remember that movie, The Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come.
Yes.
So you're here. So thank you very much for this. And what time is it, if anybody?
It's 2:45.
Okay. So we're going to take a little break. Now the food should be coming. The break food should be out there in a little bit. Is it out there at all? It is. Let's take a break. When we come back, we're going to actually move all of the chairs, maybe to the corners, pile them up, and we're going to do a little bit of regression work. Okay, sounds good? All right. Thank all of you online for watching. Group hug. Group hug. Group hug. Thank you so much. Let's all get a group hug. Group hug. Come on, group hug. Group hug. Hug, hug, hug. Group hug. Group hug. Come on, we'll get in the group hug. There's always room for elbow. Always hug.
My third eye is buzzing. Is anybody's buzzing up here? Mine's like buzzing. My eye buzzing.
Thank you all for watching this, and this will be on YouTube eventually, but I hope you got something out of this too.
They're gradually coming up. And